Hey everyone, I am Sister Lila and welcome to my armory. So today I'm going to be sharing my thoughts on the little on this little mortar that I got from Miniature Scenery quite some time ago and have been meaning to actually talk about for ages. Kind of got left to the side due to needing to repair it. So this little thing didn't even cost $20, but it is an MDF kit, so as a result bits of it will look a bit thick and a bit wooden. I had a bit of trouble getting it to work properly because it was my first proper MDF kit that I worked with. Ended up having the wheels break off on me and I repinned them in, as can be seen now. I also gave it a kind of rudimentary colour scheme that I'll put on a tripod and so you can have a look at. It also comes with a little ammo crate, this is all laser cut MDF. It's a nice enough thing. It's just it was a bit of a hassle to set up. Now the terrain under here is a terrain tile that I recently completed. I will eventually do a video on these, but yeah. So you have the mortar itself. Next one, I'm just going to put a Victorian Miniatures model and a GW model. And another GW model, just so you can kind of get an idea of scale. That's kind of how tall it is. It's the size of an infantryman. So it's probably not big enough to be a heavy mortar for a guard army, but it may work as a mortar. So yeah, it's a neat little kit. If you're within Australia and you can find these, and you're planning on already getting some other stuff from them, I'd suggest getting it. But if you're wanting to get one of them on its own, the shipping on it may be a bit unpleasant. I seem to remember there was some decent cost involved with shipping, unless you met a minimum threshold. But oh well, that seems to be the case with everyone who does miniatures. So yes, things to say about it. As I said, it scales interestingly with infantry. Like, this thing feels like it probably should be a heavy mortar compared to, like, you know, the normal mortars that Imperial Guard have. And yeah, these are the crew from the BFG Sledgehammer, the kind of rubbery plastic ones, not the resin ones. The resin ones are incomplete, to say the least. Still haven't finished them. For Genesteel Occult players, here's how it scales with the Biophagus that I've converted into being a quartermaster for an Imperial Guard force. It's kind of about as tall as him with the claw on there. And yeah, servo arm wise, it's about as tall as him. So I just figured I'd throw that in there for the odd Genesteel Occult player who may be a subscriber to the channel. In terms of Sisters of Battle, is how it scales with Terrena Palos. Yeah, there's not much I really can say. It's a neat enough little kit. It is fairly priced, I guess, but if you're wanting 3 of them, it's going to get expensive fast. Now, pardon the background noise, I am grabbing a Lehman Russ to just put next to it. I have currently got one on the table. Now let's just grab the battle into the battle cannon. Clonk. No, wrong way. There we go. Let's grab the heavy bolter, which hasn't really been painted much, but in terms of scale, here's how it scales with the Lehman Russ battle tank. I'll just try and get that out of the way and try and get the turret to sit squaring out. The front gun shield piece of the turret isn't on there, but that'll not matter much. I'm just going to move the stand a bit so that we kind of see it at height. That piece can go out all the way. So yeah, that's how tall it is next to a tank, a GW tank. Yes, that tank will be shown off later on when I've finished the paint job on it, which hopefully will happen in the next few days, because I want to get it packed up and put into storage soon. But yeah, so that's how this thing scale. That's how this thing is. I did have a base I'd started working on for it, but that's kind of sitting off to the side at the moment because, well, it's woefully incomplete, to put it mildly, and I'll need to brush the thing off. But yeah, here's kind of... I can't actually get some of the detail, some of the spill off the base. So here's kind of where I was going with the base, the thinking being having the mortar sit on it and then having the munitions crate sit next to it. So yeah. Now I'm going to have to clean the terrain tile, aren't I? Because bicarb is everywhere. Because bicarb, the stuff behaves like cement. Oh, right, yes, that. So yeah, that's it, kind of sideways from that angle. So yeah, on here we've got the kind of big wheel piece used to angle the main gun. We've got a side little winder piece that I'm not sure the purpose of. We have a stand thing that might be meant for an artillery shell to sit on as you're loading it. There's the rangefindery piece that can move. Now, the core gun itself is able to move. The part that this goes through here crosses over into it, where there is a skewer, as in a little kind of toothpicky skewer. Yeah, there's a little toothpick skewer in there that I thought was it was a neat idea to allow you to provide pivot. Now, they don't include those, you have to buy those from a supermarket, but I mean, wooden skewers, you can usually find them pretty easily. But yeah, so that's this thing. That's a look at this thing. Now I'll be covering another mortar in a little bit. So yeah, that's this mortar. Now I might just put a couple of Victorian miniatures crewers next to it, just to kind of have it look like it fits. Now we've got another one here. Got the big hammer dude, who was originally a rangefinder person, but yeah, well. So yeah, that's kind of how they look together. On that subject, they will be appearing in a video that will follow this one up on the channel soon. Anyway, that's been a look at the miniature scenery mortar. MDF mortar. I am looking forward to having more of these because I kind of want to have a battery of these things. That being said, because of how big they are on a 60mm base, like, I'll just remove everything off that because I'm using that base as kind of a paint stand. But let's just put that on there, and I'll just kind of show you the kind of profile we're talking. That's a 60mm base. That's the kind of heavy weapons team bases. That's how much of it's taken up by this thing. The crew will have to be separate models from it, which is kind of why I feel like using it as a heavy mortar, even though the shells are a bit small. But, oh well. Anyway, and yeah, it's MDF. Part of it isn't painted. Anyway, thank you guys for watching. I hope you enjoyed, and why not subscribe? If you want to see more Warhammer stuff, I do work on Warhammer stuff, and I do cosplay stuff, wargaming stuff. I've got a whole lot of terrain stuff in the works. One guess as to what this is going to become, as to what this is. But yeah, I've got a whole lot of stuff in the works that I'll be putting up soon, and yeah, anyway, thanks for watching. Bye.